last, what is it, 2 or 3 weeks. Um, so a lot has happened over the last 2, 3 weeks. So starting off, I'm sick. Babysat my grandmother's neighbor, their 2-year-old. He was getting over being sick and was still a little sick. Obviously still contagious because when I babysat him I want to say that was Thursday. Um, I got sick from him yesterday, so I do feel better today, but definitely still sick. And then last Monday night, um, our grandmother passed, so that's why there was no video last week. Um, and then it was Thursday when we um, it was the Thursday before, that was on the 18th when she passed, and then um, that the weekend before I had a pallet that I committed to and had to pick up, um, which you'll see afterwards. I'll show you that real quickly, briefly. That Saturday I had to pick that up, dropped it off at storage. And I have not touched it really since. I took a few things home that might be eBay worthy, but they're sitting on the floor over here because then I got, because then I was sick, so I have not touched any of that yet. But so that I think will kind of covers the major things that have happened. So I did put my store in time await mode for about, I'd say, like 6 days, because it was Thursday when she took a turn for the worst and was put on comfort care, which is pretty much hospice. So I put my store on vacation mode till, like, I want to say that was Friday night. I put it on vacation mode and got out of it Wednesday. And because of that, I haven't really done a lot of listings either. Over the last week, it's kind of just been a lot of sitting around, and we just started going through our cleaning out her house, so her apartment. So I have not done a lot of eBay stuff over the last week. So that has kind of dramatically tanked the sales. Being that this is fourth quarter and you're really getting into the swing of it this week, because it's going to be Thanksgiving and Black Friday. I am thinking about doing a sale again like I did last year for the Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, Cyber Monday. Doing a sale of like 10 or 15% off and see what I get sold. It was pretty successful last year, but I also had great fourth quarter inventory for last year. I had all those Lego sets, which I'm pretty sure I didn't even put in the sale, but that's what really contributed to it being a good weekend, because I sold like 10 of those Lego sets. And I don't really have a ton of good like Christmas inventory. I got a little bit of decorations, which you'll see, and there's some toys from that toy palette, but other than that, there's nothing spectacular. So we're gonna start off with these Hey Dude Wendy Patriotic women's size 9 shoes, $54.99, free ship on those. Next was this Broward County SO multi-agency task force patch, $6.99 on that. Degree sold a few of them over the last week. We're down to the last one, and then once that sells, we'll have sold 124, which is insane. And that doesn't include probably 2 boxes at least that I've kept for myself. So and for just over a year, not bad. Next, I hate that the tabs are gonna do this. They've been open too long. Next is this pair of Columbia Newton Ridge plus 2 hiking boots. These were size 13 black, $69.99 free ship. Next was this 5 Crowns card game, sold for $10.99 free ship. This was part of the toy palette. Next was this Moen. I hate this because this is going to drive me nuts because supposed to be like this, all the tabs, not cutting off the title. But anyways, it was this Moen faucet sprayer for $16, free ship. Came from the Home Depot pallet. Another Home Depot pallet sale. This Hunter PGP 4-inch gear-driven rotor adjustable sprinklers. $15 free ship. I put it as used because I'm not entirely sure if these are new or not. Looking at the bottom of them, so I just priced them down a little bit, put them as used just to be safe. Next, these were some good sales right here. So there's this lot of 10 gallery magazines from 1980. And there's this other lot, 4 from 1978. And then there's this lot of 6 from 1979. All 3 of these lots sold to the same buyer. But he bought them all separately, which is super annoying. And then there was one other lot that ended up listing that I was hoping this guy would buy, but someone else ended up buying it because I didn't have listed yet. But there's a lot of 10, 50 plus 10 ship. There's a lot of 4, 19 plus 7 ship. And then there's a lot of 6, 30 plus 10 ship. So that was pretty good. Next was this Sony remote control. $20 plus 5 ship on this. This was from that recent lot of Goodwill remotes from online. These that was a pretty good lot. It had some decent remotes in there. And this was one of them. Next, these two sold together. These 2 different FDIC patches from 2000 and 1998. $7.99 on each of those. Here's the other a lot of 6 from gallery magazines from 1981. 30 plus 10 ship on these. And like I said, these sold to a different buyer. I hadn't. These weren't. I wanted to list them all at once, but also this listing just wasn't ready when I listed the other 3, or just wanted to save it for the next day to make sure I had a listing for the next day. Next was this pass load finish angled finish nails. It's supposed to be a pack of 2,000. There was, of course, like a row missing, so that's why I said pack of 1,900, because I'm pretty sure this was supposed to be 2,000. Yeah, missing 2 sleeves, of course. Always got to count them with these with this Home Depot returns, because it looks fine, but then when you actually count it out, you can tell it's missing a few. So good old Home Depot returns. Always got to check them. So $22.99 free ship on those. More Home Depot stuff. This Leviton Decora single pole 3-way dimmer. $12.99 free ship. Next was this the Akaway Edge Tape Armor Pickleball Paddle Tape. $12.99. This was the last one. These came out of an Amazon mystery box. And it's the only thing so far that is sold out of that mystery box that I can think of. There's a bunch of phone cases in there as well that I have listed, but those just are not selling. Phone cases are a pretty swamped market, and they're not like anything name brand either. They're just like generic Amazon, cheap Amazon phone cases, so that's not helping either. Next was this CSX Albany Division hat. Sold that for $14.99 plus 5 ship. Got this at Goodwill for $3. Pretty cool hat. And this did end up staying. This one I say went to like Rochester area. I know it didn't go far. Next was this Webster County, Utah Sheriff's patch. $6.99 on that one. Next was a great set of sales. Actually, it's after this one, but this Nike Tiger Woods fitted hat, $29.99 free ship on that. But then next, I got a message and sold quite a few hats. So, I originally, how did this even start? The guy sent me a message and wanted to know if I'd take 25 each on 2 of the white ones and 2 of the blue ones. and I accepted that. I accepted it. Said sure, I'll do that. Sent him the offer through the message. And then he saw this Nike Air Jordan unstructured hat, also at $30, and then this Jordan Golf Rise snapback purple as well. And then he only wanted one of each of these. And then I also gave him the same $25 deal on those as well, because he was buying so many. So it ended up being $150 in hats, which is pretty nice. Although, as you can see, these I did kind of pay up on these hats, $13 a piece. Online arbitrage from different places. The two Tiger Woods ones were from Nike, and the other one, Golf Galaxy, and then Snipes on these. And I noticed it was interesting. Because this one's a medium large, and the other ones are large XLs. So I thought that was interesting as well. But like I said, that was a nice order to come in. And then I ended up with one less of these for some reason. So as you can see, it's now out of stock, but it is cross-listed on the Mercari. I probably should take it off Mercari and put it back on eBay here, and it'll probably sell here before it will sell on Mercari. But also, see, I sent out a bunch of offers to likers on Mercari today. There's a bunch of stuff. But what I don't like, the one is on Mercari, there's such low offers you have to send out, so you kind of have to price your items up. So if you do offers, you still get a reasonable price. So, got a report of a structure fire now in Buffalo. So I was down from the scanners too for a few days, but now we're back on this, back with the scanners. $195, alright. Oh, and I also forgot to mention, I guess now selling on eBay, doing YouTube, and scrapping, I guess, is now my full-time job. Since my job was taking care of my grandmother, and now that she's not here, obviously I don't have a job. So I think I've kind of decided that I'm going to take 2025, go in on reselling, scrapping, and YouTube, and see where it takes me by next year. I think is what I'm going to do. So, alright. Next is this Toro Ultra blower. This was new, so sold it for $80 free ship. Hold on, I gotta take a drink. I should probably take a break. This is a lot of talking for my throat that hurts. So anyways, this was, as you can see, James, this was something my brother had gotten a lot and threw to me to sell because he knew that these sell pretty good on eBay. And obviously, this was beginning of November, it was obviously a great time to get them listed. So, like I said, it was brand new, which was perfect. So $80 free ship. Next, another Degree. Next was this pair of Crocs Classic American Flag clogs, size 11, men's. Sold for $54.99 free ship. Got these online arbitrage from Crocs for $23. So even after, shipping on these is nothing. It's like $6-7, because they're like right at £1, I think. So these are decent margins on this this arbitrage stuff. Not so much the pallets. The pallets I do get them, but they're just not as profitable as the arbitrage is. But pallets are much easier to get and deal with. Oh. because pallets I know more about than the arbitrage. So I think I am going to take a break here for a minute with this structure fire. Well, we'll get that situated and I'll rest my voice. Alright, so this fire is not much of anything. It's like a pile of rubbish somewhere behind the central terminal. So next is this Sansui RS1330 remote. $12.99 free ship on that one. Next was this DeWalt 5-in-1 tack stapler and brad nailer. $20 free ship on that one. Another thing for my brother was this Power Jet. $65 free ship on this one. Next was this Hampton Bay 300-watt digital transformer. $100 free ship on this, and I finally sold one of these. As you can see, I listed these back in May. And it just finally sold one of them. It's ridiculous. It's brand new. I don't see why this took so long to sell. But this was from a different Home Depot quite a while back. And this was one of the reasons why I bought the pallet, because I seen there was 5 of these on there. And I knew these were about $100 a piece, assuming they were brand new, which all of them are. So that's why I bought the pallet. Of course, at this point, I've made all my money back on that pallet from everything else that was on it, since these have taken so long to sell. Next, oh yes, I finally sold the other pair of the McQueen Crocs. $110 free ship on these. I priced them down a little bit. Originally, I'd listed these at $114, and I priced them down to $110 or to $110, because these are not selling as well because the size on it was kind of crappy. A men's 5, women's 7. So another degree. Next is this I don't even know how to try and pronounce this. Anyways, you see this fire department, $6.99 in Connecticut. Next was his PJ Masks, Animal Power Charge and Roam Power Cat, $20 free ship, came from the toy pallet. Next was this pair of Under Armour basketball shoes, $55 free ship on these. These were online arbitrage from Kohl's way back in like the beginning of the year. And these I had sold, and these ended up getting returned to me because there was a problem with the guy's address, which he had sent me a message about, like right before it arrived, of course. So once I got them back, I just refunded him his money and relisted them, and they just now finally resold. Next was this Toro 60-volt blower. Tool only $65, free shipping, but used. It had a few scuffs on it. The story with this is I had sold it back like the end of October. The guy sent me a message like a week and a half later. It suddenly stopped working. So it's like, okay, it shouldn't have. It was brand new. So I had him open a return, send it back. Cost me freaking $15 to get it shipped back to me, but I mean, I could have denied it because I have the no returns on. I guess I could have just told him to pound sand, but anyways, I accept the return, got it back, and the battery doesn't work. Something went wrong with the battery. The blower itself works just fine. The charger works. It just doesn't. The battery just doesn't work. You put it on the charger, it doesn't flash. You put it in the tool, it doesn't work. But like it has 2 bars on it, so I don't know what happened to the battery. It just decided to stop working. So I resold the tool. I kept the charger. I could always sell it. It's just a slow charger, so it's nothing spectacular. And then I have the battery that I think my brother is going to see if he can revive it. And if he can revive it, I'll just probably sell the battery off with the charger probably. So I might hold off on doing anything with the charger to see if we can revive it, and if he can, I'll just sell the battery and charger off. So That of course sucks because that's it cost me like $15 to ship it to them. Cost me another 15 to get it back. So that of course blows, especially on this Toro pallet, considering that was a lot of money that got tied up on it. So next is this Tacoma Pierce County Fire Buff Battalion IFBA patch, $7.99 free ship on that. Next is this Niagara County Fire Chiefs Association, $6.99 on this. This went local to a local fire buff. Runs one of the competing pages for the area for fire coverage. Next is this lot of 3 cherry magazines, $44.99 plus 7 ship on these. I think I sent out an offer on it, so it was like $40, but otherwise that's still pretty good for only being a lot of 3. Next, speaking of a lot of 3, these 3 EMS patches all sold together to the same buyer who's a repeat buyer. I've sold to him before, but I know he lives overseas, and the address he's having me shipped to is another patch seller who I've bought from a ton of times before. So, I mean, I know last time I messaged him about it, and he said send it to me directly, but with using the eBay standard envelope, I can't do that. I have to send it to the address that it's listed with, and like I said, it's another patch seller, so we'll see. Like I said, I don't know if he's using her as like a freight forwarder, because like I said, last time he bought some patches for me, it was her address, and I messaged him about it, and he said no, send it directly to me. So I don't know. I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So this Care Emergency Services, $6.99. This City of Victoria EMS, $6.99. And this Ray County EMS ambulance district at $6.99 each as well. Next was this lot of 3 Adams Adam men's magazines. 25 free ship on these. Next was the South Cook County EMS intermediate, 20 years of service, $8.99. Next was this Lego City go-karts and race drivers little Lego set, $11.99 free ship on this. Came from the toy palette. Next, this was a nice sale. This Disney McQueen, Lightning McQueen blow up yard decoration, $150 free ship on this. And I got this online arbitrage from Bed Bath & Beyond for $73. And then sold it for $150. And shipping on this is cheap because it's a tiny box. I'm gonna make like $45 on this, which is amazing. And it's even better too because Bed Bath & Beyond used to be on the list. Used to have a listing for it on eBay as well, but it's sold out now. So there's only us who have it marked up for double. So sold the one. Hopefully I can sell the other one because it's definitely going to be that time to get these decorations moved. There's a couple other ones that I bought from Walmart as well to flip for over retail, and I did just send out offers on the one. So I'm hoping that as we're getting towards Thanksgiving and it's now appropriate to start doing Christmas decorations, that they'll sell hopefully. Next was Connecticut Firefighters Pipes and Drums, $8.99. And the last thing was this Fisher Price Lincoln Wools Owl. Sold that out on offer, $26.99. Just sold it. I got that online arbitrage from Kohl's for $11, and then after shipping, it's like I'll make like $3. That's what I made on each of them. This was not a good idea to buy them. I kind of underestimated the shipping. Didn't help that the last 2, of course, went to the West Coast, so it cost a mint to get them sent there. Because it's didn't fit in as small of a box as I thought it would. So, alright, we'll switch over to the other account real quick. Sold a couple things over here. First is this Olmsted Falls Ohio Police, $6.99. This Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation at $7.99, and then 2 different Knoxville, Tennessee Police at $4.99 each. So that is everything that is sold. I will next show you the little bit of footage I shot of the Home Depot pallet at storage, which I still have not gotten to. Like I said, what was it? Yesterday we went to Home Depot and bought another pallet rack for the storage unit, because I know I was talking about it in the last video, organizing it. I wanted to get another pallet rack to organize it. So we did get the pallet rack. It's there. Because I was sick, I did not feel like dealing with it yesterday. And obviously, to do that, I also need a clear day, which of course the last 2 days we had, but I was, like I said, I was sick, because I get rain tonight, and they're talking about a snowstorm for this weekend, so I don't know when I'll actually be able to get around to dealing with that pallet. But a lot of it's stuff that's, it's going to be spring stuff for next year. It's nothing that really needs to be done right now. So, well, other than that, that is it. I can finally stop talking now, and we'll see you guys next week. Alright, so this will have to be a pretty quick video. I don't got a lot of space left on my phone. But I wanted to show you the new Home Depot pallet that I bought, and doing this a bit differently. This was from last Wednesday. It went to commit to buy, because we didn't end up going. James didn't want to go, so this was left over. I said I wanted it. They reserved it, and then Saturday we had to go pick it up. Except for the problem was, Thursday night our grandmother took a turn, and we had to take her off life support, and so we were waiting for her to pass, and of course that was Thursday, and then Saturday rolls around. She didn't pass till Monday night, but so we had to do we had to pick this up pretty much while in the meantime while our parents stayed up with her. So it was a quick we borrowed a coworker of James's trailer. James had to drop some stuff off, so we put it on that, because that was the only way we knew we'd be able to get it home in one trip, because obviously we didn't have time to make it in 2 trips. Like this normally would have taken at least 2 trips. So like I said, we had it loaded on the trailer and then brought it up and then just threw it in here pretty much. I still had the pallet from when I was rearranging and organizing, so we pretty much took half the pallet, threw it on that pallet, brought it in here, and then this was the rest of the stuff that we just threw in here. But I'm here today because I have 2 things that I sold that are in the back that I need to get to. As you can see, there's quite a bit of crap in my way. But this one is pretty much going to be a mailbox pallet. This is probably why this was still made it to commit to buy and nobody bought it. There's a lot of mailboxes in general, just like these kind. Some of these ones, these I think would be easier to sell, because this one has it's the mailbox with the post kit and everything in comparison to these. But I also got a bunch of these poles, steel mailbox posts, which we didn't have before, so that might make this make it easier to get rid of these with having posts. We'll have to see. But the main reason it was one of the pallets I originally wanted, that if we would have went, and this was like, third in line kind of choice, kind of thing. What I wanted them for was these Harva. You can't even really see these Harva Heart traps on them. There's 2 of these bigger ones and like 3 or 4 smaller ones. Those I know are easy sells. I can get about $60 for these big ones, and the small ones I can get about 40 for. So that's why I wanted this pallet. That's what really caught my attention. And the mailboxes, that's just a consequence of getting Home Depot, really. So, but there's stuff I've seen before, like natural gas conversion kits. I've gotten this before. I have some of these timers. So there's another timer, Echo something. That was another thing that kind of caught my attention. But like some regulators and stuff. Some of this is going to be spring stuff, like all these sprayers. That's all spring stuff. Oh, I should probably mention I paid $735 about all in. It was about, what was it, $650? Which is, I don't know, I just know $735 is about is about right for these Home Depots. That's what they go for. Is about like that $6.50 mark. So, like I said, a lot of different sprayers. There's another garage door opener. Like I said, a lot of mailboxes. There's another one back there, the white one. That's like this one, where's the post and everything all together. So, they're right here. But I also noticed these mailboxes right here. Those are actually $120. So I was hoping those might be something good because they're like big. They're like a big one and it's lockable. I don't remember all the details of it, but those are I know when I looked them up at Home Depot's website, $120 a piece. But I think these are also pretty expensive on Home Depot's website, and I was only chucking them for $5 a piece. So, but they did sell decently well actually, which I didn't think they would in the yard sale. So, but obviously all this needs to be gone through. I haven't done any of that yet. It was just chuck it in. Say it's Wednesday now. So, but even now, it's really just going to be clearing myself a path. And maybe grab some of the stuff that's eBay worthy. Because that's another thing, was this is not all eBay stuff. This is not that great in terms of like eBay stuff. And like I said, a lot of it's spring stuff. It's not the time of year for this, but oh well, it is what it is. Once you commit to it, it's yours. You can't back out of it, so you just got to take it. And if you're going to take an L, well, you just have to take it. Although I've never taken an L on a Home Depot. Has never happened. There's been I think there's like one or two where it's like, yeah, I just like kind of like broke even kind of thing. I didn't make a whole lot of money on it, but I've never taken an L, so we will just have to see once I get some time to process this. But obviously Grandma's house, will have to go through that. That all needs to be processed, and so this is kind of taking a back burner, but also not, because we might need some of the space here for her stuff. I mean, we are going to rent it out for December and have it till the end of the year, but obviously that means some of whatever her stuff we're keeping needs somewhere to go. And preferably it would go in here, and also in the other side, in the other storage unit where half of it was hers anyways. So that's maybe where some of her stuff needs to go. So anyways, that's a whole nother thing that we have to figure out. But at the moment I'm here, I'm just going to try and make myself a path.